Hey everyone, it's Maribel Blue with a new Pathetically Unfiltered. If you are new here to this channel, welcome. Please do take a moment and subscribe because it is the only way you can comment, and hit the bell notification so that you will get notified when I upload a new video. And if you are not new, welcome back. So I found a little gem with Stephen A. Smith. I had no idea what was going on with Stephen A. Smith. I'm not really keeping up with him. One, a while back, a long while back, I had used his video clips when he was talking about Jada Pinkett Smith. And I did talk about her in my coaching channel. I basically had issues with the way she was exposing her relationship with Will Smith as if he was some kind of a child she acquired and behaved like it was okay for her to be with other men and whatever situation was going on there. But we are not here to talk about Jada Pinkett Smith. We are here to talk about Stephen A. Smith, not related to one another, and Megyn Kelly, who he had on his show. He featured her talking about how she's so tired of this shit. Why can't Trump act like a grown adult? I mean, you cannot expect a spoiled ass narcissist to behave like an adult and put what he quoted all day long, all throughout his campaign, America First, which we all know is bullshit. And anyone who still, oh, he's doing everything I want, it's because all of you SPS mofos hang out together. That's the bottom line. So I'm going to go ahead and share this clip of Stephen A. Smith, and then we're going to come back and discuss.
Now, as you can imagine, that post did not go over well with the Iranians or with many Americans. I mean, I don't know about you, but I am sick of this shit. I'm sick of it. Can't he just behave like a normal human? I mean,
No.
honestly, like the president, 3D, yes, shut up. Fucking shut up about that shit. You don't threaten to wipe out an entire civilization. We're talking about civilians just casually in a social media post. You know, like, I am the first to try to understand Trump and his strategy and to not freak out over his weird social media posts and language that is loose and incendiary. Truly, I've lived with it for 10 plus years. I learned it the hard way when I was on the receiving end of it for 9 months. And truly, I think that was a gift to me in many ways because it helped me really come to understand what he does with his social media. But this is completely irresponsible and disgusting. This is wrong.
Let me just stop right here. Is she fucking stupid? She's acting like it's okay to understand abuse. Are we fucking playing right now? She's stupid.
Welcoming to the show, back to the show, the one and only Megyn Kelly. Welcome back, Megyn. And I hate to say this, Megyn, because I never thought I'd say this in all the time that I've known you, but you sound like me. You sound like me. I'm just like, I said, damn it, I'm tired of the rhetoric. I'm tired of his behavior. It drives me nuts. I mean, it's clearly pushed you to that point. Is that not fair to say?
Yeah, no, it's fair to say. I mean, I'm in a weird place right now because I support President Trump. I've been a registered independent for 20 years. I'm not a Republican. People think I am, but I say all the time that I'm not, but they just refuse to accept that. But the point of me being an independent is that I not only have no loyalty to any political party, but it's important to me to maintain my independent judgment in assessing anyone, including a president I support. And I've definitely broken with Trump on the Iran war, and I'm in no way supportive of the way he's handling the messaging around it, from his unwillingness to be straight with us about his reasons in doing it, to stick with a consistent message. He just throws random things at the board and expects us to go with each one depending on the day and which one is falling.
So wait a minute. So him being affiliated with Epstein wasn't enough. That wasn't, it didn't, I mean,
apart, and his irresponsible tone and words when it comes to the annihilation of Iranian civilians. All of it is objectionable. And Look, my audience knows because they've been with me from the beginning. When I started the show, I was not really in Trump's good graces. Then I kind of got back in them. Then he got very angry with me after an interview we did in 23 and was attacking me again. Then I got back in them. It depends. Like if you say nice things about him, he loves you. If you don't, he hates you. We're in a low period right now. The audience gets it.
Do you, I mean, perhaps it's a rhetorical question, but I'll ask you anyway, and excuse my language. Do you give a shit that might not necessarily be in his good graces right now?
No, I can't. I can't give a shit in my lane. If you're really going to be a reporter, an actual journalist, and an honest broker, not somebody, forgive me, I like Sean Hannity as a man. He's a good guy. But I mean, what he does on the air, I could never stomach, where you just towing the party line. You always know what to say because it's defend, whatever the right wing position is, the Republican position. That is not me. That you might as well get a job in Congress. Ew. But that's... If you're going to be in the news business, you should be honest. You should be a straight shooter. If you never deviate from the party line, I'm sorry, but you're a hack. So, no, it's a feature, not a bug of what I like to think I do. And it's one of the reasons why I generally, even before this, even when I was in Trump's good graces, a couple months ago, I didn't go hang out with him at the White House, Stephen A. I didn't go have dinner with Trump. I don't socialize with people in the administration. If I see him at an event, I'll have a picture with them and have a nice exchange. Right. I'm not a jerk, but there needs to be an arm's length relationship. I can't need them. I can't need their approval, or it would change my coverage. And the ability to break with him when necessary is too important to me.
I really do not have any words right now. Does she not hear herself? That's like saying, let's just use me as an example, right? Let's just say that I make these insane choices about who I choose to hang out with or not hang out with, but still have some form of affiliation. You know what I mean? Let's just use this graphic idea, okay? Let's just say I don't use drugs, but I am still friends with the drug dealer. It's kind of like that. That's the vibe that I'm getting. It's no, but I don't hang out with him, but I'm still very good friends with him. It doesn't make any sense. It's fucking insane. Why? Why the continuing of excuses for this type of behavior and then turn around and say, well, why can't you be normal? Because he's not a normal person. And anyone who follows him also is not normal.
Openly and willingly lie to his audience. I believe she does. And she never corrects herself. It's a lie because if it were an honest mistake, she'd go out and correct herself when Russiagate falls apart for the 10th time. I think Sean is an honest broker and genuinely sees the world through his red-colored, not even rose, red-colored glasses. In any event, it's just not what I do. It would never be a place I would go for my information because the last thing I ever want to do is get embarrassed in not having my facts right. I mean, obviously it happens to all of us sometimes, especially if you're in the information business. But I would submit it happens to folks who take their news in from the left and the right and work extremely hard to make sure they're not getting spun less frequently than it happens to hard partisans.
Do you believe there is such a thing that exists according to the right that's called the Trump derangement syndrome? Do you believe that exists?
Oh, yeah. I mean, and once you suffer from the TDS, you don't get over the TDS. Very rare. Of course she would think very rare. It's like, surviving stage.
Let me tell you something. This woman is stupid. Of course she would believe in something psychological that was invented that's not even diagnosed. It's not in the DSM. So what the fuck is she talking about? If anyone who's deranged are the people who follow him.
Or pancreatic cancer, that rare. You almost never come out from under the TDS. It's like a truly mind-warping disease. And that explains the Lincoln Project, the Never Trumpers, the Bulwark, the Dispatch, so many of these sort of right-wing entities that started as anti-Trump properties and now sound like full liberals, full leftists who live to ruin him.
Megyn, I'm going someplace with this because these people that feel this way they obviously despise this man. They despise Donald Trump, okay? They hate him to the core, and anything that would remotely come close to being favorable towards him, they're not uttering out of their mouth. Now, I've seen you. I've watched you. You know how much respect I have for you. You do not play, and you will call somebody out in a heartbeat. Sometimes you come across as somebody who is so disgusted and finds a human being so vile. How is it that you believe you are able to maintain a level of objectivity, feeling as disgusted as I've seen you feel about people, yet others have a problem doing so?
It makes me wonder about all the women that Stephen A. Smith went out with. Are those the descriptions they used for him? I mean, I'm just speculating.
Well, I mean, when it comes to politics, I think I'm benefited from the fact that I grew up in a family of Democrats. The people I love most, are Democrats. My mom is a Democrat. My sister was a Democrat. My dad was a Democrat. My Nana, like the people who I love, love, love so dearly are all Democrats. And I was a Democrat for the first 20 years of my life.
Okay.
So I know a lot of, and half my friends are Democrats. Like I know a lot of wonderful liberals. They're not leftists and they're not woke, but like normal liberal Democrats. So I'm able to see them through a loving eye, and I don't just automatically assume bad faith or bad things about them just because they have that party affiliation. Now, I'm very anti-woke. So if you're trying to shove that, trans BS down my throat and all, yeah, exactly.
Right.
Then we're going to have a problem. Then it's going to be tough for us to spend a lot of social.
Another stupid ideology of what it means to be woke. Everyone has lost the understanding of what woke means. Woke has nothing to do with transgender. It has to do with knowing what is happening around you with the government, especially when it comes to black and brown people. Understanding the racism that occurs every day. And we should not ever turn a blind eye to what is going on around us. That is what woke means. And everybody transferred the woke ideology to transgender, which neither of the two has nothing to do. And everybody just fell for it. And this is the propaganda that she continues to spew. So while she can turn around and say how she's tired of this shit, when is he going to be normal? Stop doing this. Stop threatening Iranians. She is still spewing the propaganda in between there. Because for her, it's about white supremacy. That's what it's about. Who cares how many people she loves and they're Democrats and whatever? Who gives a flying fuck about that? She's just full of shit. That's the bottom line.
Time together if you're going to talk about that a lot. But in general, I'm forgiving of people. Look, sometimes I get wound up, then I feel bad after the fact. Like I just did a thing on the Met Gala today. I was probably too harsh on some people. Like Lauren Sanchez, I'm conflicted on her because she doesn't seem like a bad person. She seems kind of sweet. But I'm sorry, her face looks like, honestly, like a Mr. Potato Head. It's been so pulled and the features are now so big. And it's like, she used to be beautiful. She looks so weird now. She looks like an alien. Why'd she do that to herself? So it's, I go both ways on it. I have sort of a mean moment, then I feel bad because I'm a Catholic. I'm all over the place, Stephen A.
I got you. Well, listen,
Clearly.
part of it is being able to acknowledge it. You acknowledge it so nobody can get on you about it because you don't hide it. You don't hide it, Megyn Kelly. That's just the truth. Let me get back to something else, to the midterm. Let me go to the midterms because you've issued a warning to Republicans, and I wanted to touch on you with this. You've warned Republicans could get wiped out in the midterms and say voters are turning on Trump. Now, obviously, you endorsed him. So what did you get wrong, if anything, that you believe will ultimately cost the GOP in the midterms when it comes to Trump? Can you explain that?
I don't think I got anything wrong because I would endorse him again. I don't regret endorsing him, and I thank God still that he won. And listen, the two main things that I was hoping Trump would do, he has done. I wanted him to push back against the trans insanity, and I wanted him to close the border. And I give him an A+ on both of those. So, I like my friend Tucker, his number one issue is don't start any new wars. And that's a big issue. And Trump said one thing and did another. So I understand why he's completely broken with him and he regrets the endorsement. But we have different priorities, and so we're in different places on that. I wish he hadn't done this. I'm not pro-war, and that was also an important one to me. But in the hierarchy of what was most important to me, Trump has delivered and continues to deliver on a lot of them. And I could go on about the things that I like about Trump. You know, his petty, thin-skinned nature isn't one of them. And that comes out when he's dwindling in the polls. And he is right now. So he's kind of lashing out at a lot of people and a lot of things. And he's not being totally honest about where we are in this war.
So there you have it. She would vote for him all over again. Why? Because of white supremacy. By the way, the border is not closed. That's all bullshit. And the whole thing with the trans insanity, what the fuck is she talking about? Like, seriously, where did our priorities go? That's what I'm trying to understand in all of this sifting through everyday insanity. No, Donald Trump is not a good president. No, he has not done anything he set out to promise because they were all lies. I knew they were lies. I knew it. You just know and can see what a liar is, what are they capable of, and look at their history. He couldn't even keep businesses afloat. He did not want to pay people. People have unalived themselves because of him, because he didn't want to pay. And now he wants the taxpayers to pay $1 billion for a ballroom. $1 billion for what? He's not even going to be around to enjoy it because he's not going to be in the White House anymore. How are you building something anticipating you think you're going to be there? You're going to get voted out. And so are everybody else who's around you. They're not going to be there. So while all of you men with SPS, you think you're enjoying your little mini power now, it's not going to last very long. Just like I'm sure they don't last very long anyway. Because it's all about themselves. Well, I think that people should stop listening to Megyn Kelly because she offers nothing. She will always fall back on her white supremacy. And now she has Stephen A. Smith to help her out with that. It's just very discerning to see where people's priorities are. But I've said this before. I'll say it again. It's about the almighty paycheck for them. It's not about anything else. Because trust when I tell you, she's not thinking about helping anybody else but herself. So with all that being said, this is Maribel Blue signing off. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, remember, be good to yourself, be good to each other. Most importantly, take care of you. Bye, everybody.